What is Jamais Vu? Normally, we experience a perfect alignment between objective and subjective recognition. Things that we know feel familiar and settings people that have not been experienced feel unfamiliar. Deja vu is mismatched between the two with positive subjective recognition in the face of negative objective recognition. Jamais vu is the opposite negative subjective recognition contrasted with positive objective recognition. For example, you walk into the dining room in the home that you grew up in and it appears momentarily unfamiliar as if you are seeing it for the first time. Jamais vu is much rarer than deja vu, and research on the subject is scant with only a few published reports on its nature or incidence. Jamais vu was briefly noted in Jacobi and Whitehouse, but their speculation did not get transition in subsequent research. The most captivating aspect of their study, discussed earlier, was that a brief presentation of a prime intentional to the immediately succeeding target word and changed its privacy, familiarity. Another finding, however, caught the attention of the Jacobi and Whitehouse in their different prime conditions where the preceding prime were different from the target. The likelihood of a false alarm decreased relative to the control no word condition. Jacobi and Whitehouse suggested the processing of a test word is distributed when its presentation is processed by a non-matching context word, and this reduction in fluency gives rise to a lack of familiarity, a feels of strangeness. Although found in their experiment 1, this difference disappeared in experiment 2 nonetheless. Second nonetheless. If fluency and enchantment can artificially enchant false positive recognition, why should not the opposite happen? This would provide a 3D symmetry to deja vu and jamais vu, but such does not seem to be the case. The lifetime incidence of jamais vu much lower than deja vu among college students, whereas it is difficult to find an undergraduate who has not experienced deja vu. Barely a third of students admit to having experienced jamais vu. However, there is more common experience that resembles jamais vu blindness. A survey at SMU revealed that most 60% college students have experienced a familiar word suddenly looking unrecognizable. So that it momentarily appears to be a non-verb. Females report this more than males and older students, more than younger students. Of those who admit to word blindness must have it at least every 5 months. Worst-state respondents report becoming blind to are surprisingly simple, such as word trough, ease of mind grow from actual effort, word longer preservation, stuttery, and most are abstract nouns or function words. Also related to jamais vu semantic station, where the meaning of word dissolves after the repeated oral presentation or pronunciation. However, this is a poor model because meaning dissolves only after first repetition. Jamais vu, on the other hand, seems to occur without apparent repetition. Jamais vu may be more common than reported, but is not noticed as readily as is Deja vu. Perhaps when subjective unfamiliarity contrasts with objective familiarity, it is not as attention grabbing as deja vu, or it can be dismissed more easily. Current evidence has not provided a clear link between the two phenomena, but this would be a fruitful avenue to pursue to help clarify the mechanism underlying deja vu.